represents for us a big challenge. It's how we combine economy and religion, which is not a natural way of dealing with religion issues in many national and international contexts. But on the other hand, we cannot rest on a reassuring narrative that this will be done easily. So I would like to address here some of the challenges that, in my opinion, we have to face when dealing with the role of religion and religion's freedom in terms of economic development and sustainable development. First and foremost, I would like to say that we need to gain some historical perspective. So this topic of, the relation between religion and economic development and the economy at large is not new. All religions since the inception, since the ancestral times, have been dealing with economic issue for the simple fact that all religions are a communitarian endeavor. If you look back in the past, I come from Italy, the role of religious orders in the Middle Ages, which is, by the way, not at all the dark age vis-a-vis the modern times. The role of traditional religions in communitarian development in Africa, in Latin America, in Asia. The importance of trade in Islam as a communitarian link, and the connection between rituals and food. All these kind of things have something to do with production, with the economy, with sharing the products of the economic activity. So we are not discovering now the relation between economy and religion. The impression that we have is that this is a modern thing because this topic has been mentioned in connection with capitalism. So the big elephant in the room here has to do with the principal tenets of capitalism, which are on the one side individualism and on the other side competition. This has been the central topic of many thinkers in more recent times. The famous book of Max Weber on Protestant ethic and the spirit of capitalism, stressing the importance of individual empowerment for economic development. On the Catholic side, another American thinker, Michael Novak, stressed the importance of the Catholic ethic and the spirit of capitalism. And in particular, Michael Novak stressed the importance of competition. So competition for Novak is not a vice, on the contrary, is the form of every virtue and an indispensable element in natural and spiritual growth. We are in Turkey. There has been also a very interesting debate on the Islamic Calvinism that has been taking place in this country, and also another way of conceptualize the some sort of combination between religion and economic development and the tenets of capitalism. So, in my opinion, if we want to be more universal in conceptualize the role between economic freedom and religious freedom in fostering development, we have an important task to face, which is the issue of disentangle the idea of a liberal economy from a Western-style conception of good economy and a good society. And this is really important because in many areas of the world, the Western approach to liberal institution, both in economic terms and in political terms, is highly contested. So I think that we should make a better service to religious freedom in order to foster the element of universality, rather than linking economic freedom only with the model of economic liberalism. And there are many ways of doing that, many constructive ways of doing that. One way that it is, for me, very relevant is trying to see the world from different perspectives. From this point of view, I found very interesting the approach of Pope Francis about the concept of periphery. Now, periphery can be understood in a very trivial terms, but also important term in reaching out, alleviate the problem of the poor, and so on. But on the other side, it's much more structural in terms of viewing the world from the periphery, not from the headquarters of global capitalism. So a different approach to how we see the world. The second concept is more global, and is the role that religions can play at a global level in denouncing the inequalities, in denouncing the asymmetries, but also making proposals, because denouncing is not enough. So how this can be done? And we have seen many occasions, including this meeting today, in which religions address several important issues. And I would like to mention only two that are important for global governance. The first is global public goods. Think of the environment, think of the global health, think of the quality of the air, the quality of the water, think of the biodiversity. So how religion can work together in order to advance the cause of the public, global public goods. The second concept has to do with the idea of human security. So there is a lot of talking in today's world about security, but maybe the more fundamental issue is human security. Human security is not just about caring about people and the safety of persons and communities. It's about offering opportunities, giving capacity to people to develop their work, the plan of their lives and their communities. So it's a shift from the idea of creating security communities to truly communitarian security, in which everybody can find its own place and realize their project. The last point that I would like to make, in which this reframing of the relation between economic freedom, religious freedom, and liberalism can be done, comes from a very small but very interesting experience that I would like to share with you. It is the experience of a lay Catholic movement that was created in Italy in 1943, the experience of the Focolare movement. The founder of this movement in 1991 visited Brazil, because in Brazil there is a huge community belonging to the Focolare movement. And when she came there, she went there, she found that despite all the commitment taken by all the members of the movement to realize the gospel, to take care of the poor and so on, they were poor among the members of the movement. So she said that this could not be the case, because it was not coherent with the inspiration. And the movement decided to launch an initiative, a very small initiative, some sort of experiment in the economics, and this was called the economy of communion. What was the concept? We do not want to go to a centralized economy that does the redistribution. We want to keep the economy free, but at the same time, we need to take care of these needs. So the initiative consists of one thing, basically, how you rearrange the profits, okay? And there was a call to different companies to split these profits in three parts. The first part for the investment inside the company in order to develop the economic activity. The second part to help the poor, but the third part, and more importantly, to foster a culture of sharing, a culture of giving. So basically, within the liberal model, you have a different kind of approach to profits. And at the moment, there are almost 800 companies all around the world that decide to adopt this model. There are dozens of dissertations, and this project is quite having a very important impact on many local and national community. So just to share with you one very significant, although small, but significant experiment in order to show how maybe within the same category of a liberal economy, you can find some other arrangement that can accommodate economic freedom, religious freedom, and fundamental values. Thank you.